So we're now doing 2 double crochet, 2 together, because it's what it instructs you in the pattern, but then it says do that 3 times. So I've done it once, so 2 double crochet, 2 together, 2 double crochet, 2 together. Okay, now it's now telling me to place another marker in the next stitch. Here, so where's my markers? Here we go, it's a bit bigger one this time. So in the next stitch, there. And now you have to make 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. You miss 12 stitches all the way around. So the first one is the one with the marker in, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you miss those 12 and you spin Roody round, bring your chain across, and you do 2 double crochet, double crochet 2 together 3 times, so it matches the other side. So you literally, as you've turned your work, you've got to bring your, lost my place now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I was right. So now we're doing 1, 2, 2 together, 1, 2, 2 together, 2, 2 together. And like I said before, I always, normally my beginning and end of my rows are at the back. So here we have the back part of Roody, and this section here is for his neck. So we're going to carry on working just on this back piece. Now bearing in mind you would normally have some stuffing in here, so it can get a little bit chunky to handle, but it's still quite easy. So now I'm going to move my marker again. It's very important to keep your marker in, because if you lose where you're starting from, the numbers will go all over the place. Your decreasing won't be in the right place. So now we're going round to row 17, and we're just going to carry on decreasing the back. So it's a 1 double crochet, 2 together, and that's 3 times. So that's 1, 2 together, that's twice, 1, 2 together. Okay, now that brings you to the point where you're at your chain. What you have to do here is do 1 double crochet in each of those chain. Bearing in mind when you come to do the neck, you've got to use that chain again the other side. So you must leave, you know, half of the side of the chain for the neck. So I'm just going to go in my stitch there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you just move it round so it's easier to work with, and you've got to do double crochet, 2 together, 1 double crochet twice, and then it's just 2 double crochet to finish the round. Okay, so here we've now got his sort of bottom shaped there. You can see it a bit better here. Ooh. And then we're just going to do a decreasing row, 2 more rows, and we'll have closed up the back. So move the marker again. And we're doing 2 together, 2 double crochet, 2 together, 2, 2 together, 2, and we're just going across those double crochet stitches that we used on the chain there, just as if it was, well, it is part of the back. I've done 2 together, 2 crochet here, 1, 2. Oops. There we go. So last round is just to do 2 together. So you're reducing your 12 stitches to 6. When you're decreasing, try and keep this stitch that you go in first quite tight, because you don't want to have a gap, because then you're overcompensating for the 2 together, and your shaping won't be as neat as it should be. So that's it. So now we've done all the way around. We've now got 6 stitches left. I'm going to cut my yarn just with enough left to sew up the back. I'm literally just going to do a slip stitch, and what this does is it kind of tapers down the stitch that you've just made, and then I'm going to fasten off like so. I should take my stitch marker out, and there's my can't find my sewing needle. I'll have to use this big one because it's the only, oh there it is, hiding. Sorry. Now with this back, all you need to do is pick up each stitch in and out like so on those 6 stitches. Then you're going to pull it to close the centre, and then we're just going to secure it by doing a couple of over sew stitches. This yarn is very forgiving when you do things like this. You can't even see it. And then I'm just going to pop it inside. I'm going to pull it off. I'm not going to cut that tail. I'm just going to leave it in there. Okay, so there we have Roody's back. Looks a bit like a camel at the moment, but once his neck's on, he'll be fine. Believe me, he'll be fine.